Hello and welcome to Grocer Pod. My name is Sean Kasednar. This week I have another conversation from Innovation Showcase. I caught up with Audrey Hogan from TimeForge right after her Learning Lounge presentation about employee retention. Keeping great employees is something I know all AWG members want to do. But before I get to our conversation, please remember to subscribe to Grocer Pod. Subscribing means new episodes will be downloaded for you automatically. You can find Grocer Pod on Apple Podcasts, Google Music, Spotify, Stitcher, or any other platform you use. Now here's my conversation with Audrey Hogan from TimeForge. Next up, I'm joined by Audrey Hogan, COO of TimeForge. Audrey, thanks for sitting down with me today.
Thanks for having me.
So I hear you just got done with the Learning Lounge. Talk to me about what you talked to everybody about.
Yeah, the title was "Keep the Good Ones."
Oh, nice.
And it was all about really hiring and making sure you're recruiting people who are incented to come work with you, and then making sure you keep them. And so we focused a lot on like retention strategies and how much things have changed in the last 20 years.
Yeah, I imagine that was a highly attended Learning Lounge because when I hear from retailers, it seems like they're always talking about it's really tough to find people to come and work for them and then to keep people. So what are some of your tips? Let's start at the beginning, I guess. How are we hiring good people?
Well, I focused initially on making sure that everyone recognizes that it's 2024 and not 2004. Because the tools and what's available have come a really long way in 20 years. And it's important that we also think about how that should be affecting our processes. And most of the time it hasn't, right? We're still acting like it's 2004 in how we view hiring and retention. And so we started out with catching up.
Okay.
And then we started talking about where we go from here, right? If we're treating it like it's 2024, we should not have paper processes anymore. Everything should be digitized. It saves everyone time and money. And we talked a little bit about making sure our managers are not spending their time doing things manually that they shouldn't be doing, like handling employee shift swaps on the schedule. There's no reason for a manager to be stuck on the phone in the office negotiating with an employee about their schedule.
Yeah. And I think TimeForge can help with some of that part.
We do help with that. Yeah. So we do full end-to-end employee management, everything from recruiting up to cutting checks and everything in between.
When it comes to the recruiting, when I'm not here producing this podcast, I coach youth soccer, and the kids that I work with range from about 15 to 18 years old. And when I talk to them about like, oh, what kind of jobs are you looking for? They're all saying things like, oh, I want something that pays $20 an hour, and which is obviously good, and but not always what a grocery store might be paying someone in high school to come and bag groceries for them. What are some tips that you have for retailers when they're dealing with, these are kids and this is what they want to be paid, and while we might say that that's too much or like their expectations are out of whack, if these are the people that you're trying to hire, then you kind of have to, do some sort of negotiating with them to incentivize them to come work with you. So what tips do you have to help with that?
Yeah, a similar question came up during the Learning Lounge presentation. And my take is maybe not popular, but I'm going to stand by it. In that, right now, when you're recruiting, you're doing sales.
Yeah,
you're selling your company, the job, to the applicant. And so, if there's something that you can't budge on, like a $20 an hour rate, how do you make that $20 an hour rate more palatable? One way you could do that, and this is something we're doing, so I'm going to talk about it a lot, is making sure that you're hiring people and recruiting people who are incented to work with you in a way that offsets the fact that you're not paying them the $20. So, for example, hyperlocal recruiting is the new thing. And so we can help with this at TimeForge, where hourly workers want to work close to home. That's always been the case. No job board on the planet facilitates that.
Oh, okay.
And so we've partnered with an app that has 11 million hourly job seekers on it. And all it does is piggyback on their location services and ping them on their phone when they're driving past someone who's hiring. And that would be a TimeForge merchant.
Oh, wow.
And that way, maybe they're not getting the $20 an hour, but they're saving a quarter of their paycheck on gas
Yeah.
if they live just right around the corner. And so